Amayou, raw, real, and uncut, live on Facebook. You know it's real because I have an ironing board behind me. Boom. Just saying. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to see if anyone wants to join me, but basically we're just gonna be talking about all things fitness related, diet, exercise, cleaners, cleansers, detoxes, multivitamins, fat burners, CLA, all types of stuff. So let me see who is here, because please say hi if you're here, because I think it's just a nice thing to do, right? Because you don't want to be rude. Hi, Clarenzo Ragland. See how I gave a shout out? That's what you do when you're live and people come in. You say hey to them, because if you don't, you're just being freaking rude, man. I had 3, now I only have 2. I don't know who was the other person. I didn't see them pop up. And I forgot to check on whether or not I made this public, so it might have just been some random internet person. But tonight we are just talking about fitness, all things fitness related. So it may be a very short vlog tonight. If no one is entertained or has any questions or feels like chatting about fitness stuff. Hi, Nick Walker. He may have left. I don't know. It's people come in and out so quick. Oh, Clarenzo spoke back. Thank you, Clarenzo, for speaking back, because you're not rude. But yeah, that's all we're talking about. So my vlogs are interactive. So if anyone wants to volunteer any information or wants to come on camera and say some stuff, hey, Nick. See, Nick said hey back. You see, that's how this live works. It's interactive. Because if it wasn't interactive, you could just post a video that you pre-recorded, right? Just saying. Anywho, so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. All things fitness related. I'm glad you're still here, Nick. People pop in and out. They don't even say hi. It's so rude. So I wish I would have gathered my thoughts on a piece of paper so that I could kind of boom, boom, boom. Oh, Nick does want to come on. Okay, good. So I will invite you on as soon as we get to that portion of the evening, which my vlogs are usually about 30 minutes or less. I try to keep them there unless it's just really entertaining and we just keep going. But I just want to talk about a couple things that I know for sure. First of all, I have tried keto. For those of you who don't know, it's basically the same as Atkins. I have tried intermittent fasting. I have calorie counted. That's it. Those are the 3 main things that I personally have done and experimented on my body because I wanted to see how they work. Hi, Tamara Flowers. See, it went down to 2 so quick. I'm gonna wave anyway if she's still here. So let's talk about those 3 ways of eating, or WOE. If you see that, that's what that is, because people don't like the word diet. You know why? Because it has the word die in it. And why would you want to do something that has the word die in it? So we'll call them, from this point on, way of eating. So with the keto, I think I saw decent results. I think I tried it for either 2 weeks or 20 days, something like that. The only problem was this. When you first start keto, you get into these groups and you try to like learn stuff and find out like, hey, you know, what's this? I want to try it. Seems like a good idea because I can eat bacon. But they didn't tell me about going to the bathroom, or should I say lack thereof. So my first time trying keto, I didn't know anything about that. So this is the main thing. So when you're doing, let me just explain keto for those who don't know really quick. Basically, it's low carb, high fat, moderate protein. Because if you eat too much protein, then you'll take yourself out of ketosis. So you're only supposed to have 20 to 30 grams of carbohydrates per day, 20 to 30 depending on your body weight and all that good stuff. So you're not eating a lot of vegetables usually, because most vegetables are higher in carbohydrates. So y'all, I want to say it was like the 5th day. I was 5 days into keto, and yes, I do stay in the gym. We're going to talk about that. I was 5 days into keto and I hadn't had a movement. So I figured something wasn't right. So the movement came, and I tell you, there was a moment I thought that I might need to go to the hospital. because, like I said, it had been 5 days. Now, mind you, I'm not multiple time a day regularly. I'm like every day or every other day sometimes. But y'all, I was like, oh, Jesus, like I didn't think I was gonna make it, but I did. But just having that very negative experience, I always associate that with keto. So that's why I'm not a super fan of it. I have tried it again since then and adjusted some things, but it's not the best thing for me. So that's one, keto. Second one, what's the second one? Carb counting? No, it was something else. Oh, intermittent fasting. Also tried that for about 2 weeks. I like the fact, and this is what they say about intermittent fasting. As long as you eat within your window, you can have whatever you want, in theory. Excuse me, in theory. So I liked that I had a little bit more freedom on intermittent fasting. However, my results yielded pretty much the average results of if you create a 1,000 calorie deficit daily for 7 days or 14 days. Excuse me, y'all. I had some lemon pepper before I came on here. I'm sorry. So that's intermittent fasting. And usually it's broken up into different, it has 2 windows. It has your fasting window, which you're not eating in, of course. And then you have your feasting window. So the easiest one, and the one that most people do when they first start intermittent fasting, is they do the 16-8 split. So you're fasting for 16 hours, you're eating for 8 hours. So that's 24 hours in a day. Boom, easy math, right? Now, if you sleep about, hey Janine, if you sleep about 8 hours of 8 hours at night, then 8 hours of your fasting period, you are asleep. So, excuse me. So it's not that difficult. So that's why it's like I said, one of the beginner levels. So you have this 8 hour window. So let's say you decide your 8 hour window is going to be from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's when I can eat. I can eat whatever I want, high carb, low carb, whatever. Just that's when you eat. And then you stop immediately at that window. But like I said, the results that I saw from it weren't that phenomenal. So like I said, it was the same results that I got just from creating a caloric deficit. So I was like, it's okay, but it wasn't really worth it for me. So the third thing, let me do that tag. I tagged my sister. So the third diet or way of eating that I've tried was calorie counting. That one I had the most success with, especially once I got a heart rate monitor. So with calorie counting, what you do is you try to create a 500 to 1,000 calorie deficit every day. If you do 500, then you'll lose 1 pound a week. If you do 1,000, you'll lose 2 pounds a week, give or take. With that, the only thing about it is you basically have to be anal about counting your calories. You know how like sometimes you might just grab a handful of M&Ms? No. What you're going to do is you're going to grab that handful of M&Ms. You're going to count them, see if there's how much is a serving, have a serving, and log those calories. So you have to be kind of OCD about it. For me, I actually had the best success on that. And the reason why I feel like I did is because I didn't do a lot of cooking on it. I did a lot of frozen meals. And with the frozen meals, you can just scan the back of the food and know, okay, it's 380 calories. Hey, Erica. Hey, Eric. It's so much fat, it's so much carb, and so on. So for me, I had the best success on that. So I'm thinking about going back to that to get rid of these last 10 pounds because they are stubborn AF right now. I'm about 151 right now. I'm trying to still get back down to 140. What else? Calorie counting. Okay, so you count your calories, see how much you're consuming. And then as you burn calories, of course, the more you burn, then you can actually eat a little bit more. So I liked having that flexibility. And I liked being able to, if I wanted pizza that day, like a DiGiorno pizza that I, could easily scan, I know I would have a really light breakfast, a really light lunch, and then I would have that 770 calorie pizza, and I could still be within my calorie goals and I could still lose weight. So that's why for me that worked out very well. Erica, you're trying to hit 150. All right, well, you got to do what you got to do. So that worked very well for me because 1, it was easy. I had frozen meals I could scan, and 2, I could adjust it according to how many calories I burned. So for me, that worked the best. Also, what else? It wasn't as restrictive. Now, everybody, you have to assess what's going to work best for you. I don't have high blood pressure, but if you have like high blood pressure, you may not want to do the frozen meals because a lot of them are high in sodium. So that's something to think about. I recommend anyone who's trying to lose weight, gain weight, or whatever, speak with a dietitian and find out some information. And then just do your research on your own, but make sure you have some like solid information from like a doctor or a dietitian or a nutritionist. Okay? Okay, so we've talked about the eating portion. Everyone knows that is only one part of it. However, I feel like that is the biggest part of it. Why? Because when you go to the gym, you're only there for an hour, hour and a half. What some people try to do is they try to out-train a bad diet. What does that mean? Oh, I had 10 cakes today. I'm going to do an hour on a treadmill. You could do that. However, only if you're counting calories will you know whether or not you were successfully in the gym long enough. See how that, balances out? But that's the bulk of it because that's the majority of your hours. That's the majority of your time is eating, not in the gym for that 1 or 2 hours, which is only what, 1/12 of the day, depending on how long you're in there. So that part. Okay, we've talked about that. We've talked about working out. Also, I want to say this to any women that are out there listening to this. Do not be afraid to lift weights. You will not turn into She-Hulk. I know you think you will and you're like, oh, that's okay. I'll just take the 5 pounds and I'll lift them 200 times. No. Build some muscle. Have a little muscle. I don't look like a man, but I got nice arms, right? You can do it too. Also, it's a good way to keep your curves while you lose weight. I've lost weight before just doing strictly cardio, and looking back at my pictures, I like the way my body looks now more than it did before. And the things that I've incorporated is lifting weights, especially heavy weights on the lower body, because we as Black women, I'm pretty sure everyone on here is probably a Black woman or either a Black man. We like to keep a little curvaceousness, right? Especially in the thigh and buttock area. So I lift weights to keep the curves while I lose the fat. So ladies, don't be afraid to hit the weights and lift heavy, especially for your lower body. And if you don't like your upper body, go ahead and lift heavy on that too. So that at least it'll be tightened up rather than just round and soft, right? Okay, what else? Working out. Okay, so we talked about that. Okay, let's talk about, this is going to be the quick part of, wait, where's my other, I didn't bring my corset with me. I'll link the video that I put up about the corset. So, I wear steel bone corsets when I am corset training. What that is when you're wearing a steel bone corset, it actually does reshape your body. How can I put this? Not dramatically. What's the word? Subtly and slowly. So you know those floating ribs that you have? It actually pulls those in more and gives you more of an hourglass shape. I love an hourglass shape. I love the femininity of it. I love everything about it. But I wasn't naturally blessed with that type of shape. So I corset train, and I've actually seen my body change and my waist go in more and still have some hips and still keep my chest and everything. So I love it. You start by seasoning it, wearing it for a short period of time, and then you start extending that period of time, and you also tighten it up daily, weekly, whatever you feel comfortable with. So that's that. I do not wear one when I am working out. I wear one of these little flimsy waist trimmer belts right here. This one I don't like as much because it doesn't have rubber on the inside. Let me show you the one that has the rubber. I have like 6 of these. This one has it's not rubber, it's neoprene. It needs to have neoprene on the inside of it because you will sweat more and it's easier to clean. Also, you can use it with Sweet Sweat, which also makes you sweat a lot. Boom, I got my Sweet Sweat. And no, they're not sponsoring this, and no, they didn't pay me. I just wear it because it makes me sweat a lot. So that's what I wear when I'm working out. I don't wear my steel bone corset. You cannot move the way you need to in a steel bone corset. It keeps you up, posture good, waist in. I love it. But it's not for everybody, so do whatever you feel. Waist trainers, corsets. Okay, that's that. Also, I want to talk about things that help aid in your weight loss. CLA, I did a 30-day CLA challenge. That definitely helped my belly go down. I actually took my measurements just so that I would know if it was actually working, because I felt like it was working before, but I didn't take any measurements. I was like, I don't know. Hi, Solomon Foster, if you're still here. Hey, Kat, if you're still here as well. So I did my 30-day challenge, and I took my measurements, and I lost inches. So I know for a fact that that works. That targets the belly fat area. Also, diet pills. As long as you don't have any heart issues, you can take a diet pill. I'm all for a diet pill. You know why? Because the diet pill is going to help you. It helps in two ways. One, it's an appetite suppressant. So when you just do all that mindless eating, it kind of helps you kind of be like, okay, well, I haven't eaten, so let me go ahead and eat and make healthy choices. Boom. Also, the second way is most of them have caffeine in it, and caffeine gives you energy. Boom, you can power through your workout. It's like magic. Now, can you just get a diet pill and chill on the couch? No. You can, but it's not going to help anything. Can you take CLA, eat bad, don't work out? Yeah, you could, but I don't think it's going to do anything. Everything is just to help you to reach your goals. Nothing is going to do the work for you. We don't have any magic pills. For those of you who know, I work at a nutrition. Those of you who don't know, I work at a nutrition store. We sell all types of stuff. People come in there. I tell them the truth. They ask me, does this work? I tell them it's going to work as hard as you work it. That's it. I tell them the details and stuff. And I assess each of my customers, according to their needs and all that good stuff as far as health goes. But that's it. I think diet supplements. Oh, multivitamins. Okay, I recommend everyone take a multivitamin just because, first of all, half of y'all probably don't eat well. Probably 75% of y'all don't eat well. And those of you who do eat well, you're probably still not consuming enough to get all the vitamins and minerals that your body needs. So taking a multivitamin just helps fill in the holes. That's it. So I recommend everyone take one. Okay, I think I've discussed everything I want to. So if anyone would like to come on, I think Nick wanted to come on, so I'm going to go ahead and tap the thing, and hopefully he's still here and he can come on and he can share anything or ask me a question. If you have a question for me, you may not. I'm not this super expert, but I know quite a bit about supplements and working out and all that good stuff. So let me bring him on. Let's bring on Nick. It says it's adding him, so let's see. Maybe that request was too old and I need to try to add you back. Oh, me? Oh. Hello, Nick. I see a picture of you, Nick. I don't hear you though. Oh, there you go. Oh, I think it was just frozen. Hi, Nick. Nick is smiling, but I can't hear Nick. Do you have a headset in?
I'm good.
You're really distorted. Are you on Wi-Fi?
No,
I can't understand you. Oh no, this sucks. Yeah, you're like moving like in slow motion and the audio is really foobarred. Can anyone else hear Nick? Is it just me or is it, can y'all hear Nick? I need someone to type yes or no, please. Okay, I kind of hear giggling in the background. Yeah, it's still choppy. It's still very choppy. Okay, Solomon can't hear you either. Are you on a Wi-Fi? Yes, yes or no? I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Okay. That works. Yeah, Solomon said he couldn't hear you either, so I'm not sure why that is. Okay, so I guess you got to come back in. Oh, there you are. It's in and out. Yeah, someone said it was in and out. Okay, I'm going to try and bring you on again. Nick, go out of this live and then come back in if you can. I think hopefully that will help. While I'm waiting on Nick to go out and come back in, we can just talk about vegan diets briefly, very briefly, because I am not vegan. I do not follow any type of vegan diet. I like meat, especially steak, and shrimp, and crab, and lobster. I like those. Those are like my top ones. So that's why I don't speak too much on it, because I'm not vegan. I know a lot of people are switching to that. I say go for it. You have to find what works for you. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't get. They're like, oh, I'll do so-and-so's routine and I'll look like so-and-so. No. You have your own genetic makeup, okay? Your body is built differently. Your bones are shaped differently, which is why I'm doing this waist training, so I can get that, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Hi, Penny, if you're still here. Okay, I don't know if Nick came back in yet, so let me see. It's saying he's still on here, but I can't invite you in. I can't invite you in. I can't invite you in. Come back. If I can't get you back on really quickly, then I will have to kill this live and we'll have to try it another time. When I'm talking about something more fun, honestly, there was a lot going on in my head tonight. Actually, today, for the past couple of days. Okay, let me see if I can get Nick back in. Approve. You can do this. It's still not working. What kind of phone are you on? No shade. What kind of phone are you on? It's so grainy. I can't. Oh, this sucks. Oh, sad face. I'm sorry, this is not working. Yeah, it's like, it's like so that slow. That's what it's like. It's like you're on DSL, like dial up. that's that's how your face change, and that's how slow it's like, and now it's stuck like that. That's how bad it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I would have liked for you to come on so we could chat a little bit, but All right, that's all I have. If anyone, it only looks like it's only me and you here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to type them below. I will read them and try to answer them to the best of my abilities. And I'm just gonna keep Nick on here. Why not? Even though I can't hear him, but I'm just gonna keep him right there in the corner because it's cool to have somebody right there. I feel like someone's backing me up. Anyway, Nick, before you came on, I said there's a lot going on in my head right now over these past couple of days with things that are going on in the news and stuff. But honestly, I just didn't want to deal with it, and I didn't want to talk about it, and I just felt like escaping. So fitness is where I decided to escape to. So maybe we'll talk heavy next week, but I'm not here for it right now. I can't. Emotionally, I just can't handle it. Just can't. All right. No one looks like nobody has any questions or anything like that for me to answer. So, hey, Kimberly. Let me wave at Kim. Kimberly Hallavig. Hello. That's my friend. Yeah, I see you're stuck like this now. Yeah, it's still stuck. I'm going to go with it's probably your connection, not mine. But, all right, then I will go ahead and kill this live. If anybody is watching this later and has some questions or whatever, of course, I won't be able to answer it on the live, but I will go ahead and type the information I have below. Information. So everyone have a good night, and I'll see you next time on Amayou Raw, Real, and Uncut. Usually on Sundays, sometimes on Saturdays. That's what it is. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.